Most people avoid difficulty like it's a disease. They chase shortcuts, comfort, ease, anything that promises the illusion of progress without the weight of sacrifice. But Seneca would look at the modern world and shake his head, because he knew something men today keep forgetting: comfort weakens you long before hardship ever could. Seneca warned that the soft road, the easy road, quietly destroys a man from the inside. Not through pain, but through decay. You don't notice it happening. You don't feel the damage at first. You simply wake up one day and realize your life became smaller than your potential. And then, without understanding why, you feel restless, angry, unfulfilled. As if something inside you is calling for a battle you never fought. That's the silent punishment of choosing the easy path. The world has convinced you that difficulty is a sign something is wrong. But to the Stoics, difficulty was a signal that you're stepping into territory where strength can actually grow. Hardship doesn't take from you. It reveals you. It exposes the parts of you that are still soft, still fearful, still dependent on comfort to feel safe. Avoiding hardship doesn't protect you. It just leaves those weaknesses untouched, waiting to ambush you later. Seneca believed that a man who chooses comfort today pays with suffering tomorrow. And a man who chooses difficulty today earns freedom tomorrow. Think about your own life. Every time you avoided the harder choice, the conversation you were scared to have, the discipline you didn't want to maintain, the boundary you refused to set, the ambition you postponed, the consequences eventually grew bigger, heavier, harder to escape. Every easy escape returns as a harder problem. Seneca understood this pattern better than anyone. He warned that comfort makes a man fragile. Not physically, but psychologically. A man who avoids challenge begins to depend on ease. He becomes addicted to soft surroundings, predictable outcomes, and emotional sedation. And once comfort becomes a habit, strength becomes optional. When strength is optional, weakness becomes inevitable. Choosing the harder road isn't about punishment. It's about preparation. It's the decision to build a character that life cannot break. The uncomfortable truth is this: life will challenge you whether you prepare for it or not. But if you've been training your mind, building discipline, and leaning into discomfort, those challenges shrink. If you've been avoiding them, every minor inconvenience feels like an attack. Hardship doesn't change. Only your relationship to it does. There's a moment every man experiences, that turning point where he realizes he's been negotiating with his own potential. Delaying it. Softening it. Postponing it. You tell yourself you'll start next week, next month, after things calm down. But the truth is you're avoiding the hard road because you fear who you might become if you actually commit. The hard road demands sacrifice. But it also offers something the easy road never will: self-respect. When you consistently choose what's difficult, something powerful happens. Your mind starts trusting you. You stop breaking promises to yourself. You stop folding under pressure. You stop being controlled by fear. You begin to feel a quiet kind of pride, the kind that doesn't shout, doesn't brag, doesn't need external applause. It's the pride of knowing you didn't take the shortcut. You didn't run. You didn't choose the path that lets you stay small. You chose the path that makes you capable. Seneca believed that men weaken when their lives become too easy. He saw comfort as a trap disguised as pleasure. A slow erosion of the qualities that make you powerful: grit, resilience, clarity, character. He warned that a man who lives only inside comfort becomes surprised by adversity. And a man who is surprised by adversity is already defeated. But the man who trains himself through chosen hardship is never surprised. He expects challenge. He's prepared for impact. He doesn't panic. He adapts. This isn't about chasing suffering for its own sake. It's about refusing the life that demands nothing of you. Because a life that demands nothing gives nothing back. The hard road teaches you patience, emotional strength, discipline, and direction. It forces you to outgrow your excuses. It forces you to confront the parts of yourself you would rather ignore. It forces you to evolve. And in that evolution, something changes permanently. Comfort stops having power over you. Fear stops dictating your choices. Other people's approval stops mattering as much. You become the kind of man who doesn't wait for opportunity, he creates it. The world respects a man who has walked through fire without losing himself. But before the world respects him, he respects himself. And that self-respect is built brick by brick on the hard road. The easy road offers pleasure now and pain later. The hard road offers pain now and strength forever. Seneca's warning wasn't about hardship itself. It was about what happens when you avoid the type of hardship that shapes you into someone life can't break. So look at your life. Not with guilt, not with shame, but with clarity. Where have you been choosing ease instead of growth? Where have you been protecting your comfort instead of your potential? Where have you been waiting for motivation instead of building discipline? These answers don't come from thinking. They come from action. The moment you stop avoiding the harder path, something inside you wakes up. Your mind sharpens. Your confidence rises. Your resilience hardens. Your direction returns. You stop drifting. You stop doubting. You stop fearing the weight of responsibility. Because you finally understand the truth Seneca tried to give to every man: the hard road is not your enemy. It's your becoming. And once you choose it, even once, with full intention, you never look at the easy road the same way again.